I'm going to start off with some simple observations that, like, even the average layman can just accept is undeniable. Starting off with the fact that nobody ever votes to become a democracy. Like, it just doesn't happen where a country with an authoritarian leader, which 80% of the time is elected by a republic, or simply just by an ethnicity which inhabits an area, nobody ever wants to change that without external involvement. And by that, I mean without the United States and NATO coalition bombing them into freedom. I mean, you don't know about World War One, I'm going to assume, but you know about World War Two, and maybe some parts of you understand that all of Europe was united under fascism and external forces, the communists, which became Russia, the UK, and the US, bombed Europe into being free. Democracy is not good for people. It is a self serving, self sufficient force. Okay? Democracy is a parasite. It is preying on you, it is existing through you like a worm. This is the nature of biology. This is the nature of viral structures. Okay, there's an inherent intelligence in all things, and human beings dramatically overestimate how much their intelligence and their capacity to think affects the world and their behavior. It's more so that the world and the universe is thinking through humanity as a superorganism rather than that individual humans are deciding what to do. So democracy is it is destructive to the person because based on certain facts that I'll get into, it requires a civilization to shoot itself in the foot and to shoot everybody else in the foot. Think of democracy as like a malformed, and I'm not trying to brainwash you. I mean, this is just a way to rationalize it in your to formulate it in your head. Think of democracy as like a malformed mutant, like short. I don't want to disparage on midgets, but like a really physically incapable person, okay, in a disgusting individual. That's like the spirit of democracy. And then it sees a healthy baby, a healthy child, and then it kills that child. Okay, that's how war works. That's why we go to war with places. The reason being is because the ugly, disgusting, malformed creature that is democracy is scared that a healthy child will grow up to exceed it in power rapidly and then threaten it. Democracy is violently propagating and enforcing itself everywhere because it is so inefficient. It is so actually terrible as like a proper way to manage a country that any other system would exceed it in power. If the United States remains a democracy, which it will, and then another country exists that is not a democracy, like literally no matter what that country is, except for if it's like, I don't know, the Congo or Afghanistan or something, like some really, you know what. But if it's a country like anywhere in Europe, okay, anywhere in maybe Asia, that becomes an authoritarian regime of absolute efficiency and like actually doing the right thing, and that efficiency and that society has the capacity to go to war, then it will eventually defeat the United States in war. It's an inevitability. When Germany became fascist, immediately before World War II, that was the reason it gained the industrial capacity, the intelligence to threaten literally the entire world, although much of the world actually just joined it. I'm not obsessed with Germany. I'm really not. I'm not obsessed with that one specific faction of people that broke free from democracy and multiculturalism. I'm just saying the facts. all of the technology we use today, all of the military technology, the ballistic missile, the radar, the actually maybe not the radar, that might have been the Brits, but the submarine, okay, the jet engine, and more, the automatic machine gun, okay, the handheld machine gun, I meant, that was invented by the Germans in World War I and World War II. We still use ballistic missiles today. Like, the democracies of the world haven't found a better way to deliver firepower to a target than what the Germans developed all the way back then. Okay, that is how powerful a nation becomes when it escapes the grip of this virus, this monster, okay? But ultimately, it's an impersonal thing. So I can't be angry at physics and thermodynamics. I just post things because they're true, guys. Oh, but I want to, since I'm on the topic, if anybody's still listening, I will say how this all ends. So right now, Trump is in office. What are my thoughts on Trump? He's definitely having an effect that is going to play out, that is going to unfold, and I think he does know what he's doing to a degree, and that is the investments in AI. You think that Trump's whole threat to America and threat to the current way of life is what, deporting some people, having a semi-fascist like internal like military force in the US? Like, you think that's a big deal? Thousands of no, we are in the millions of millions range for AI investments of dollars. Like, we are in like the $1 trillion range. That is millions of dollars invested in AI. I live in Wisconsin, and there are so many AI data centers coming up. I've never seen anything like it before. I've never seen this state like produce so much and have so many construction sites. And it's going to be the end of the current ways. AI is going to be too beautiful and too productive and too creative and too wonderful and enabling and chaotic in order to allow the current way of life to continue existing. And I think that's Trump's ultimate move against America. And that's kind of incredible that somebody of that age can use a technology so modern to achieve the goal of, if it was his goal of ending the current age, ending the current era of humanity. And the reason why AI it was the one to do it, why nothing else could rise up or it will be the one to do it. But I mean, it's basically prophecy at this point. I mean, it's written in stone that the singularity in AGI will collapse all of this. But the reason why that entity is going to be the one to do it is because if Democrats wanted to ban AI, they would have to reason as to why. And like, there is no reason why other than that it's beautiful, and accepting the beauty and the power and the terror of AI is like a taboo. There's all these people saying it doesn't matter, or it's just going to take people's jobs, or it's just going to produce slop content and whatever. Like, it's part of Democrat culture, and by Democrat I mean literally like Democrats and Republicans. If a Republican supports democracy, then they're a Democrat, okay? But it's part of culture. I know I'm going off on a lot of tangents. I kind of feel like I took some shrapnel to the brain today. Tomorrow maybe I'll release a better quality video. But it's part of the culture of democracy to just reject and shut your eyes and turn away from all beauty and all wonder. You know, deny that aliens exist, deny that literally geometrically higher dimensions exist. Just be as stupid and pliant and idiotic as possible and have nothing amazing going through your mind at all. That's Democrat culture, and that's the reason that they're going to let AI rise up and consume everything and change everything, because they can't spiritually accept it, because it's against their culture. It's against human culture at this point to accept something as amazing as AI. So they're going to look away as the ultimate super predator of democracy rises up and sets everything ablaze. It's going to be wonderful. Oh, yeah, also World War III is happening, and that's